Alright, so we've got dementia, and it is a state of cognitive impairment resulting from the progressive loss of previously acquired mental abilities. That's a state of cognitive impairment resulting from the progressive loss of previously acquired mental abilities. Alright, so basically you're losing cognitive function, okay? And as a result, you're gonna reduce things like your daily activities, such as cooking, cleaning, dressing, whatnot,
wanking,
and that. And you're gonna reduce things like planning and organisation skills,
which you don't have anyway.
And I don't even want to record this anymore. Fuck it is bullshit. Man's got a good dry and a packy on road, like fucking.
Just carry on.
Fucking pearls on road, bruv. Fucking.
Does dementia stop you from doing the dishes as well?
Oh yeah, I think that does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so carry on.
I swear down.
I want to do something else.
Washing up, innit? Man's got it in cleaning, innit? So.
Man's not a joke, innit?
Bruv, I'm telling you, you don't do cleaning on road when you got dementia, innit? Man's got dementia on road, innit? Bro, man's disabled on road, bruv! Man must get like extra time, innit?
Do you know what? I'm not even joking. You'll remember when you go over this. You'll remember.
Bro, you know how I remember how you reduce cooking and cleaning, innit? That's what a wife does, innit? Then you reduce things like motivation, and you have change in behaviour. Things like you reduce things like like, you know, like it's not with people in it, like not socialising. Like this is bare people in it, and this is you in it. You just like some Larry in it, Billy no mates. Get me? And then you got oh, you need to know this figure. 1 in 20 people over 65 get dementia. 1 in 5 people over 80
all your exams MCQs
get dementia. No, fuck no, why?
So you're the beginning of your exams on MCQs?
No, beginning of my exams are. Section A's on MCQs. That's
all
why I need to know these figures, yeah.
Oh.
This was in my MCQ in December, innit?
Oh.
Okay. What do you need to know? Okay, dementia doesn't cloud your consciousness, but something else called delirium. That's kind of how you spell it there. That basically affects your consciousness, and it gives you things like visual perceptions of things that are actually there, which are illusions, and visual perceptions without stimuli, and that's your hallucinations. Okay, now we get rid of all this, we don't need this, and we need to know what specific symptoms are associated with Alzheimer's disease. Now, Alzheimer's disease, you got things like amnesia, okay, and that is basically not being able to recall new previously learned information, or not being able to learn new information, basically. So Alzheimer's is amnesia plus either aphasia, which is basically affecting the language, aproxia, and that's to do with reducing motor activity, but your motor functions are intact, and agnosia doesn't really matter. Basically, this is basically when you can't actually sense things, but your sensory functions are also fine. Okay, risk factors. You got obviously age. If you're old, you're gonna get it. Your gender, family history. Oh yeah, and if you're stupid, low education.
Like Moho.
Like me. Okay, that's sorted, isn't it? So that's that. So if you want to prevent it, you need to get a high education. Okay, and what else? Oh, you need to socialize, so make friends. Yeah, and oh yeah, and have intellectual leisure activities. So like join your brownies club or something, innit? and apparently NSAIDs and statins and hormone replacement therapies also, and red wine, there you go, that also are preventative measures, but these are all experimental. That isn't in the notes, but I remember it because I'm sick in it. Okay, so that's that. Alright, blah 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 blah, woof woof woof. Alright, so we got overproduction of synapses in your early development, so like you're a little faggot here and you got like loads of synapses, okay? Now, and obviously each one has a little synapse. Okay, when you go through puberty, these, as Dr. Bright has put in, are pruned out, so like they're cut out, or cut down even. And as you get older, you lose the ones that are even, that you, like these ones as well. So basically, yeah, you end up with an extra, a loss, a huge loss. And if you lose too much, you end up with cognitive decline. Okay. Alright. So, alright. How do you? So how blah 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 blah. How do I want to go to a new page. Alright. So, how do we approach Alzheimer's disease? Well, first things first. You go to your GP. Okay. He's going to refer you to a neurologist.
Man's not joking here, blood.
Bro, it's a neurologist out here, blood. He knows his shit, innit? Alright, this guy, yeah, he's going to do lab tests, physical tests, and look at your clinical history. Yeah? And then he's going to be doing a medical diagnostic imaging, which is magnetic resonance imaging, MRI.
Oh.
Now, in this case here, which I'm just going to tell you now, if that's your brain and this is like all your ventricles and sulci and stuff, in Alzheimer's, this is your sulci, which is the grooves in the brain. They're basically much greater, and also your ventricles are going to be much bigger as well. So that's basically how you can tell with the whole MRI. Yeah. Now, then you've also got neurophysiological testing, which is obviously the MMSE, and anything under 26 is basically Alzheimer's. Well, it's not really Alzheimer's, it's just a risk of Alzheimer's, so basically you need to get all treated on that stuff if you have the MMSE. Okay. The usual cutoff point was 24, but if you have it at 24, then you won't catch it early if you do have Alzheimer's. So that's why they raised it to 26. What, bruv? Alright, now let's tell you about the pathophysiology of Alzheimer's disease. I will tell you because it's nothing in it. Let's see how long this video is. Well, I don't even know how long this video is. How do I know? Current size. Jeez. Oh, it's 520 seconds. We're chilling. That's like over 5 minutes. Jeez! Managed to hurry up. Alright, safe. Let's do this quickly, innit? Alright, pathophysiology. You've got a chemical called APP that's produced, okay? And that's like a function for like cell structure and cell-to-cell recognition, okay? Now, this is converted into beta amyloid. Okay. Now, these are broken down by. One second. This is broken down to beta amyloid because APP is acted on by alpha, beta, and gamma secretase enzymes, whatever. All right. So it forms your beta amyloid here. All right. Now, what happens is in Alzheimer's disease, too much of this is produced. Okay, we don't know why, but there's just too much produced here. All right. Eventually, what that causes is an accumulation, and this accumulation basically forms like a hard plaque. Yeah. and yeah, that's pretty crap, because eventually you have your whole autoimmune disease, autoimmune factors coming in, and they basically they basically react. What do they do? What the hell do these things do? They cause oh damn, autoimmune. They're basically formed from free radicals. Okay, very important, because this is called excitotoxicity. All right. Now you've got basically the beta amyloid. What they do is they interfere with synaptic function, and what they'll do is they'll interfere with the reabsorption of transmitter. Okay, some neurotransmitter is reabsorbed into the synapse. They interfere with that. Okay, therefore you get excess extracellular transmitter, and that leads to exocytotoxicity, and therefore the cells adjacent to the plaques of this is the plaque, they basically die. That's what it is. Okay, hope you understood that. Alright, alright, now do you know how we just said that you have an accumulation of this and it produces an let me just draw a synapse right here. Alright, so here's your synapse, here's your postsynaptic neuron, and there's obviously your synaptic cleft. Alright, now what we've got is obviously the beta amyloid. Okay, what it's done is it's preventing neurotransmitters to come in here, and glutamate is one neurotransmitter. What happens is it accumulates all over here. Now if you've got a lot here, they're obviously going to bind here, aren't they? And if they bind here, they've opened up the channels, right? And that causes Ca2 plus, an influx, to diffuse in. Now obviously, if you have too much of that, you're going to cause exocytotoxicity, alright? Now, usually what happens is these glutamates are recycled in the glial cells, okay? Now, because we have the whole beta amyloid here produced, the accumulation of that, this basically prevents this from happening. Yeah? So you have a build-up of this. So not only is it not being reabsorbed, not only is it not being destroyed, it's just accumulating here. Therefore, you have basically you always have this open, you always have Ca2 coming in, and you get cytotoxicity. Obviously, not so good for the neurons. And that's obviously your whole cognitive function being unresponsive and all that stuff. Okay. Now, what you can treat it with is a drug called memantine, which binds to the receptor, this one here, called NMDA. Okay. Now, this has magnesium inside it. What this has is it has an affinity greater than magnesium. So, because it's greater than magnesium, it's able to alter, that's a 2 plus by the way, it's able to alter the cell and therefore stop it from working.
Alter.
Okay, alter. So because it stops it from working, Ca2 plus can't go in, so you don't have an influx of calcium. Therefore, you don't have your whole exocytotoxicity. Yeah, that's how memantine works. Then you've got donepezil and rivastigmine or whatnot. Okay, let's change this. Let's say this is acetylcholine now. Okay, acetylcholine is also a neurotransmitter. Right? Donepezil will come in, and it's an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. What usually happens is this acetylcholine is broken down by acetylcholine esterase, okay, into choline and esterase. Yeah. What donepezil does is it acts on this and inhibits it. Okay. If it inhibits this, you're not gonna get acetylcholine breaking up. Therefore, you're gonna have improvements with cognitive functions, right? but because this is non-specific, it doesn't only act on the brain, it acts everywhere. So it's going to act literally everywhere, including places where like your vomiting muscles and responses occur. So therefore, as a side effect, you're going to get nausea and vomiting with this. And I think that is a summary for Alzheimer's. Yeah, blood. It's cool.